And here is the Writer's Almanac for Sunday, April the 28th, 2019. It's the birthday of Eugene Shoemaker, born in Los Angeles, 1928, graduated from California Institute of Technology at the age of 19, studying geology. His study of the Earth sparked an interest in the moon, and he became particularly interested in the formation of meteor impact craters, the study of asteroids that had the potential to crash into planets or moons. He discovered 32 comets, and in 1994, one of those, named for him, Shoemaker-Levy 9, crashed into Jupiter. It was the first collision of two solar system bodies ever observed. Eugene Shoemaker was killed in a car accident, 1997, and his ashes were placed aboard the Lunar Prospector, an orbiter on a mission to map the moon, which, when its battery ran out at the end of the mission, the orbiter crashed onto the surface of the moon, and there Eugene Shoemaker's ashes remain, in a capsule engraved with a quote from Romeo and Juliet, "And when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun." It's the birthday of Lois Duncan, 1934, Philadelphia, known chiefly for her suspense novels for teen readers such as I Know What You Did Last Summer, who in 1992 wrote a true crime book about the unsolved murder of her youngest child, 18-year-old Caitlin Arquette in Albuquerque. The book was called Who Killed My Daughter? Police had called it a random shooting, but Caitlin's boyfriend had been involved in organized crime, and Lois Duncan believes the gang killed her daughter to keep her quiet. It's the birthday of the poet Carolyn Forshay, born in Detroit, 1950, poet and human rights activist, committed to what she calls the poetry of witness. Carolyn Forshay, who says that in other countries the poets are more expected to be intellectuals and to have an active interest in history and politics and everything going on. They're not expected to be sequestered in a literary culture. They're expected to have more seriously considered opinions because they're poets. It's the birthday of the woman whose one and only novel begins when he was nearly 13. My brother Jem got his arm badly broken at the elbow. Nell Harper Lee, born Monroeville, Alabama, 1926, author of To Kill a Mockingbird. Dropped out of law school, decided she wanted to be a writer, moved to New York in 1949 when she was 23. And there she wrote her book, which was a big bestseller when it was published in 1960. And it's the birthday of Alistair Maclean, born Glasgow, 1922, author of thrillers such as The Guns of Navarone, a contemporary of Ian Fleming. But unlike Fleming, Alistair Maclean didn't include sex or romance in his books because he felt they got in the way of the action. He said, "I'm not a novelist, I'm a storyteller. There is no art in what I do, no mystique." Here's a poem for today by Laura Foley, Incident in the Coffee Shop. I'm having my usual OJ, Bialy, eggs poached easy. I've known this waitress years. Florence has met my kids, my son's girlfriends, my lover, who I'm breaking up with. Today, when she asks if everything's okay, I begin to cry before realizing she means the food. A poem by Laura Foley, Incident in the Coffee Shop, from her collection Night Ringing, published by Headmistress Press and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.
Happy National Poetry Month. I'm Hayden Saunier, and some of my poems have recently been featured on the Writer's Almanac. If you appreciate discovering new poetry through this program, please consider donating to the Writer's Almanac today. The link to donate is in the email newsletter, which you can sign up for at garrisonkeeler.com/subscribe.